First 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside, they can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Well, this defense for the Patriots, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Jonathan Taylor, a touchdown machine. He's going to get plenty of looks down here near the goal line. So if I'm on defense, I might start getting prepared to see his number called a couple of more times.
Second down and goal. Darnold looking end zone, and he's got his man. It's Woods. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Colts will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line. Throwing, Jones. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Jones. Oh, he was looking for Parker, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise.
And he's going to go down, sacked back at the 13-yard line. So 1st down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Josh Reynolds, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. McManus's point after is good, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. No run back here for Jones, a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it, and when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in, touchdown, New England. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number one goal? Make the playoffs. Number two, win your division. Number three, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number one seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Touchdown, Colts! Michael Pittman, 36 yards. And the Colts have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Now McManus for the extra point. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Meanwhile, Jones' throw into the hands of Henry here. He'll get it inside the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Steps away. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Colts are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. But the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the end zone, here's Darnold.
Got a man, that's Colin Johnson.
And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
That one caught along the sideline. Did he stay in? Yes, he did. But hang on here. A penalty marker is on the field. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. That one will go down as...
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. First and 10, Taylor now.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Eight yards to go on 2nd down.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. He's got a man, complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Give him 32 on the play.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Darnold. And his throw here's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. In motion goes the tight end. On 2nd and goal, Darnold.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Now Darnold. Touchdown! Jelani Woods, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Colts drive the entire length of the field, 99 yards for the score. Extra point from McManus is good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Pats at the line, ready to go. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Throwing on third and long. Jones flushed out right. And this one is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well. Off of play action, Darnold. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats, but what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
McManus's point after is good. And the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And the Colts pick it up. And they've got it just 2 yards away from the end zone. They'll have it 1st and goal here from the 2-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on 1st down. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Harris going to get it again on second down. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Looking to throw. Jones. And that's complete downfield to Parker. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Giving it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
On second down, this is Harris. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. First down, and they go back to Harris. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looking to throw on second down. Jones. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Colts are going to have it here at their own 15. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't been broke. We'll see if they try to fix anything. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to widen their lead here in this first half. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
And, oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Jones throw pulled in by Aguilar. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And over the middle, this is Parker. And he's got room. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Going deep here for Parker. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Patriots. Devontae Parker, 49 yards. And the Patriots are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Folk connects on the extra point, and that trims the lead a bit, but still standing at 26 points. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. The drive will start at the 25-yard line here as Rodgers will not return it. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. A throw for Pittman is intercepted. Marcus Jones picks it, and the Patriots are going to take possession of the football. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Folk's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. This one fielded at the 5. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. Marcus Jones. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Patriots. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
On second down, it's Taylor. And a good stiff arm and some space to run. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point from McManus is good, and the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Jones now to throw on 3rd down. Got a man, it's Tyquan Thornton. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Now Jones throwing on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit. And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Moss. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone. Moss again. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Zach Moss, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Colts have opened the lead up to 30. Now McManus to tack on the extra point. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Well, you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards. They're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And now here is another interception. Picked off by Julian Blackmon.
Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's...
Well, the ball is free. Taylor lost it. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and a Patriot touchdown. That one may not cost him in the end, but still, obviously, something the coach wants to avoid.
Oh, without a doubt. It won't cost the team because of where they are on the scoreboard, but it will cost the player who gave up the football.
Extra point up and good by Folk, and the lead's down to 24. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And Rodgers will hold on to this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. My, 242 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
A 2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Foxborough. Play action. It's Darnold. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. A
Up the middle, here's Taylor. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, the offense has had a big day. He's been great running the football, but I don't think anybody liked that last result.
No, they didn't like the last result at all, but they have to look at it in total, don't they? They've had a big day running the football. You take an occasional loss or an occasional bad play along the way, but all in all, they have to like what they've done.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Darnold from the red zone now. He'll get that one to Taylor, complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third. Back to throw, Darnold. Touchdown, Colts. Michael Pittman, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. McManus's point after is good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Open man here, the tight end Henry. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Here's Jones. Throwing on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Not that any of the points would be needed, but CD, they've got enough time left here. They can definitely score on this drive, maybe even an ensuing drive as well, if they really want to drive home this landslide victory.
Yeah, we're certainly about to see just how aggressive they want to be here down the stretch. And what some coaches do So they try and meet it halfway, meaning they want to continue to run their offense, but they'll put in a lot of backups to do it and then tell the opposing coach, hey, I had to give them some work too. I can't just let them sit over on the sidelines all the time.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the second time. On the return is Jones. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Patriots take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Jones. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner.
Talk about two sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front seven, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats and maybe some back.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Brian Poole. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground with Moss. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3.
But this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. He's going to let it fly. And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position.
They'll run on first down with Moss. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you could just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for the Colts, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year.
And they will be at home for one next week against the Las Vegas Raiders.
Meanwhile, for New England, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this as they're not back in action until week 11.